Hi there, and welcome to episode 2 of Cooking with Jesse. Today we're going to cook a coconut chicken curry with shrimp in it, or a coconut shrimp curry with chicken in it, either way. The ingredients for our curry is this curry sauce that you can just get, curry paste, can of coconut milk, some cabbage, an onion, some carrots, and some frozen skinless chicken breasts. It's really super easy. I like it. And I'm going to use half of this bag of cooked frozen shrimp. It is also of note that for this recipe you're going to need a couple things. You're going to need to make white rice, and I have this awesome rice steamer, which is super awesome. And then you're going to need a wok, and then a wok spatula thingy. Okay, so the first thing you want to make is the white rice, because that takes the longest. I usually just make 2 cups of rice. 1, 2. As you can see, I bought it in bulk. And the first scoop was a little bit less than a cup, so put a cup in there. So we have 2 cups of white rice. And then you always want to do 2-to-1 ratio. So we want 1, 2, 3, 4 cups, or I mean 4 cups of water to 2 cups of rice. Close the lid, turn it on, choose white rice, and it should be starting. There we go, and we wait for it to get done. While we wait, let's make the curry. So you pretty much want to choose a protein, chicken or shrimp, or you can just be a dork and use both. And I just use like half a thing just to save money and resources. They're frozen, so this is how you do it. You put it in the microwave for, I don't know, like 2 minutes. Up. It's thawed out, and now we want to detail these. Okay, now that the shrimp is thawed, let's get about a pound of chicken, which is like 2 of these frozen dudes, and we're gonna thaw it out. We don't want it completely thawed, but partially thawed so it can be diced into cubes. So we're gonna go 4 minutes with 50% power. Oh yeah. Okay, and it looks like these are good enough, not completely thawed, but sort of thawed, so we can cut them into pieces. Okay, now that we've cubed up our chicken, we're going to go over to the wok. Don't run. Oh, gotta get the oil. Vegetable oil works good for this, not olive oil, because it just leaves kind of a weird olive oily flavor. It doesn't work well with Asian or Indian foods, in my opinion. Turn the burner on super high. Ah! All right, and then we don't burn ourselves, but we mix in the chicken. Cook that up. It should start sizzling pretty quick because the burner's on high. Let's cook this up. You want to keep stirring the chicken so they don't burn and they cook all around. We want to start to see the pink turn white. And add oil as needed. So as you can see, the chicken is now turning pretty white, which means it's starting to cook. Now we're going to add the shrimp. Since the shrimp is already pre-cooked, we can not worry so much about it. We just want to make sure that the chicken is cooked as much as possible. Oh yeah. All right, then we want to cut up an onion, but we only need half of it. Yeah, that'll be good. Notice that they're kind of bigger pieces, not itty-bitty pieces, because you want to like crunch into them, you know. Then we're going to cut up some carrots. And there we go. This is actually 4 diced carrots, and then I decided we wanted to use that whole onion. So 4 diced carrots and 1 whole diced onion. Then we're going to add some cabbage. So what I've done here is cut off a chunk of the lettuce. I'm sorry, the cabbage. And you kind of want the same amount of every vegetable. That's my key here. So as you can see, this is just a chunk of cabbage that we're going to dice up in pieces. And there you have it. So once the chicken is cooked through, how do we know if the chicken is cooked through? Well, we just take a piece, cut it in half with your wok spatula, and if it's white in the middle, then you know your chicken's ready. And of course, you know, the shrimp is pre-cooked, so that's all cooked anyways. Once that's ready and all the protein is done cooking, then you add your vegetables, and this is our cabbage and carrot and onion mix. We put it in there. Oh yeah. Add a little more oil. Mix it up. If you haven't guessed, this is pretty much just like a stir fry. If you wanted to make this instead of a curry, make it a teriyaki or something, you can just add teriyaki sauce instead of the curry sauce. But today, it's just a curry. So you constantly want to be stirring this up so it doesn't burn and it cooks equally. How do you know when it's done? If you look at the onions, if the onions start to get clear, you know it is time to stop cooking because you still want those onions crunchy. All right, so then we're going to add a whole can of coconut milk, like that. And then we have the curry sauce. The directions say 4 tablespoons per serving. I like my curry strong, so I'm just going to do half the frickin' container. Yeah, screw it. Let's do the whole thing. It'll be zesty. And then, stir it up. And you kind of let this cook and simmer as one big coconut curry mess. Alright, this thing beeped, which means rice is cooked and really hot and scalding me with steam. And not so coincidentally, I had put this on a lower flame and it simmered for a while. And this is pretty much ready to eat. And it's ready to serve. And there you go. A coconut curry with chicken and shrimp, although you can substitute the chicken for shrimp and shrimp for chicken. A meal fit for a me.